earth and water, air and fire, by blade and bowl and circle round. We come to you with our desire, let all that is hidden now be found. With censer, candle, book and sword, and ringing of the altar bell.
Hey guys, it's KK Witchy. Hope you guys are doing good. So, excuse my hair. It's been raining outside and it's generating electricity and all that funness. So, today's video is going to be about psychic attacks. What are they and different ways you can help prevent it. So, psychic attacks can be a manipulation of energy. For example, let's say you're having a great day, get up, make breakfast, clean house, you're just lovey-dovey, singing just in a great mood, and you get to work and somebody's having just a terrible day and they're just done, they're bitching, whining, complaining, why this, why that, why does this person get out of this, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, you start seeing things their way. You're like, hey, they're kind of right, why is it this? Why is it that? Blah, blah, blah. And then that could be a form of psychic attack. Now, the person may be not aware that they're doing it. Like I said, they may be just having a rough, terrible day. So, that is why it's very, very careful to be careful, who you surround yourself with. I'm not saying people don't have bad days because, the way things are nowadays, it's a miracle that you're not in a bad mood every day. So, just saying, but, people have bad days, and, if you're like me, when I wake up in a good mood, I like to stay in a good mood. I don't like to, be pissed off at the world for some crazy thing when, this morning I was just fine. So, I'm going to go through different ways you can use to protect yourself and things of that sort. So, because a lot of people, they think that psychic attacks has to be supernatural when really it don't have to be supernatural. A lot of people think, dark entities, they can send negative energy your way, and it can be a psychic attack and things of that sorts. But, humans can do that as well. I'm not saying they do it on purpose, but, I've been known, I'm going to be honest, I've been known to, turn people's moods around. But that's just, and, I really got to thinking about that, and I was like, and that's why I kind of keep to myself a lot lately, because I don't want to affect the other person. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm blabbing on. I'm going to get to the next, section, whatever you want to call it. So, not only humans can do this, but so supernatural beings like ghosts, spirits, dark entities, stuff like that. You also have to be aware of that. That's why a lot of people like to, sage your home, cleanse it, do what, they need to do in order to protect their family and themselves and their well-beings. So, for that being said, I'm going to discuss negative thought forms. So, another major type of dark negative energy that can be sent from, one to another is through negative thinking, anger, wishing harm to others, jealousy, anxiety, seeking revenge, things of that sort, or other forms of thought are based in anger, rage, and fear. These are called, thought forms, and they can be lodged in person's body of various, layers and auras, causing a wide range of physical and emotional, mental, and spiritual difficulties. Again, that's like I said, negative thinking all the time, thinking that something, bad's going to happen, and then it happens. That's you releasing that dark energy. Now, like I said, people don't do it on purpose, but, some people don't do it on purpose. It just depends on what kind of day you have, because, again, in this world, we have bills to pay, kids to raise, kids going crazy, presidents that's just lost their damn mind. It's just crazy, you know. It's just crazy. Anyway, so with that being said, I'm going to go over, you know, different ways you can protect yourself. First, I'm going to go over the symptoms. That would probably be helpful, wouldn't it? So, symptoms of psychic attacks and dark energies. There's many different symptoms that can be indicated to, you know, negative dark energies where you feel like you're being, you know, psychic attacks, spirits or entities. The following, you know, list that I'm going to give you is like sudden, I guess, symptoms you can call it, that maybe, you know, you're unaware that you're being attacked, but you start kind of feeling, it's kind of like a possession in a way. So it can also, you know, have health problems, and it's important to investigate, you know, all possibilities when you're, you know, healthy, and then all of a sudden you have a difficulty. So it's good to, you know, kind of cover everything to make sure that, is it physically something wrong with you, or is it, you know, spiritually? So number one, you know, suddenly acting totally out of character. Like I said, you're good, and then all of a sudden, you know, you turn on a dime. You know yourself. So you know what's you, what's not you, and also people that's been around you for years also knows you. So number two, major changes in behavior for no reason. Like, you know, you're happy, giggly, and then all of a sudden you're pissed off, you're throwing shit. You know, that's kind of possibility of psychic attack. A loss of memory, major changes in clarity or thinking ability. You know, all of a sudden you can't remember anything, you can't remember what you're doing, you just have no thought form of what's going on. A drained feeling, you know, you're energetic, and then all of a sudden you're at your limit. Icy cold feeling on, you know, one part of your body. That can also be indication of spirit. Hearing someone's voice regularly, hearing voices, recurrent or frequent nightmares, strange or reoccurring accidents, like, you know, somebody get into a wreck in the same day, the same place, you know. A discomfort or fear in a specific room or area in your home or office, because your body has the it's hard to explain, but your body can feel spirit. Your body can feel when something's wrong, when, you know, even though your mind may be unaware of it, your body knows. So a loss of self-confidence, a sudden loss in energy, sudden illness, or unsudden diagnosis, sudden illness that I done said that. Sudden illness that cannot be explained, where, you know, you go into the doctor and they're like, there's nothing wrong with you, and then you're like, something's wrong with me because I don't feel right, you know. That could be psychic attack. Feeling someone touch or bump into you when nobody is present, when no one's there. Sensing a presence when no one's around. Sudden or irritational difficulties with finances or relationships. You know, all of a sudden you're fine, you're dandy, you have the love of your life, and all of a sudden you lose everything. Imagining monsters, animals, or frightening shadows. Sudden depression without apparent cause, seeming ongoing bad luck. Visions or hallucinations. Irregular fear, anger, or sorrow. A negative, obsessive thought. Desire or fetish that won't go away. So that's just some of the symptoms. That's not a complete list of things. You know, it can go on and on and on. But that's just, some of the things that you could go over to think, hey, do I need to go to the hospital, or is this something that I need to deal with spiritually. So next I'm going to go over different ways that you can deal with this if you do feel like you're being psychically attacked, or you can do this, before it happens to make sure that you're kind of bubbled. So smudging with white sage is a great one. Smudging with white sage is an ancient custom used North American Indians who have, used and continue to use method of cleansing, unwanted energies. You can buy white sage anywhere. If you can't find them around your area, you can find seeds online. You can buy them online and grow your own, or you can buy them from a spiritual shop, any metaphysical store, herbal place. You can even buy them at grocery stores now, even not the dried but the fresh, and you can also use fresh too. It don't have to be dried. So it's totally up to you. And if all you have to do is take a string, tie it around the fresh, and then burn it like that. Be very careful because it can be dangerous because where you set it on fire. So be careful. Make sure you have, fireproof dish and going around and, saying your piece, whatever you want to say around your house. It can be, bad energy be gone, get out of my house be blessed. It just depends on what you feel like you want to say. So it's totally up to you. So, pass the smoke over your head is also a good technique, and around your body at all times, or a number of times. It can be 3 Maiden Mother Crone. It can be, 17 times, 10 times, 7 times. It just depends on, what's your lucky number. What do you feel like is the number that you use all the time? It don't have to be 3. Hardly anybody I know that uses 3. I personally use 13 because 13's my number. It's my lucky number. It's always been my lucky number. So it don't have to be number 3. It can be a number of times that you feel you're comfortable with. Another form is crystals. What crystal do you feel like protects you the most? For me, it's amethyst. A lot of people say black obsidians are great for keeping dark and negative energies away. And a lot of people, they say that if you carry it on your left side, it draws energy, and anything on the right side releases energy. So you could probably put it on your right to release, the negative energies. But it's good for you to carry these gemstones at least daily. Again, it don't have to be these. It can be any kind of stone that you feel is most connected to you and protects you and things of that sort. Like I said, amethyst is great for me. For somebody else, it could be, tiger's eye. It just depends on, what your personal preference is. What do you feel comfortable with? What do you feel gives you that strength that you need to, carry on and things of that sorts. So incense is also another great one. You can also buy, white sage in incense form nowadays. But incense is great for it. Any kind of herbal incense. I know I use agrimony for a lot of things. And if you can't find the stick incenses, you can always use the cone incenses, or you can always use charcoal discs with, the regular herb to cleanse your house, your home, yourself, whatever. Also, tea is a great form of cleansing inside your body as well. Maybe drinking rosemary tea every now and again is great, or any other kind of herbal tea, but definitely be careful, do your research on it, because you don't want to take a tea that's, very toxic to your body and very poisonous. So just be aware of that. Grounding is also a great way. If you're unaware what grounding is, let me know. I'll do a whole video on that and covering what that is and things of that sort. But grounding is a great technique to do that. That also gives you energy, releases energy, and things of that sort. So spiritual clearing of intent as well is great. I call that self-cleansing. It's where you take candles, meditate, sit on the ground, kind of, imagine that energy going out, new coming in. So I call that, self-cleansing. You just think of the intent you want, or you chant what you want, and it happens. Prayer is also with other loving spirits is also a great way. Praying. People get very frightened when they believe they have, been attacked physically, and they feel helpless and things of that sort and violated. And so a lot of people pray, pray to, their god, their goddess, their spirits, their ancestors. So praying is also a great form of doing that as well. Deep breathing, taking in, taking out, also a great way. Protecting, visualization techniques from anger or rage. So this works particularly well when others are angry with you and are sending you, angry thought forms and things of that sort. So the person can be very angry, cursing you, wishing you harm. They, more than likely they probably don't realize that they're sending it your way, but, just be careful. Hold on, baby's crying. Also, cleansing chakras is a great way. If you ever not cleanse your chakras before, it's amazing, and it really lifts a lot of weight off your shoulders as well. So, I think there's a video on here of meditation chakra that I did, I think, years ago. I don't know if it's still on here, but if I find it, I'll post it down below because it's really, really amazing and things of that sort. So, let's see if I covered everything. I think that's everything so far. So if you guys have any other information you would like to add, please do so. Feel free. I gotta go, baby's crying. So thanks guys for watching, and many blessings.